Hi, good morning my dear students. Hope you all are doing well at home. Myself Vinu ji, I am your science teacher and I am from Everest Pre and Higher Primary School. In this pandemic situation, our school planned to do these online classes. Till the end of this situation gets better, we will continue like this only. We will meet in these online classes only. Okay. You are seeing nutrition in plants and something, nutrients, nutrition and all on the board. Is it right? These all are new for you. So, before going to that, this is for 7th standard and this is for first chapter. This is first chapter nutrition in plants and this is for 7th standard. Okay, before going to the chapter, I need to ask some questions. Okay, we all are doing some works, right? Then how we are doing? For that we need energy, right? We all know that we need energy to do work. Is it right? Yes, we need energy to perform simple and complex works. We all need energy to perform various daily activities. If I am lifting this chalk piece means I need some energy to lifting this chalk piece. Then where we are getting that energy from? Yes, where we are getting that energy? Is it available in shops? No, it is not available at shops because we are eating food, right? Daily we are eating food. From that food we are getting energy. We get this energy by food that we eat. We are getting this energy by food that we eat. Then we are eating different kinds of food every day. Why the need of eating that much of food? Then what does that food contains? Yes, the food contains mainly the nutrients. You are seeing the word nutrients. What does the word nutrients means? The food that we eat that contain ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ತಿನ್ನೋಂಥ ಫುಡ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ that contains vitamins, proteins, carbohydrates, fats, minerals. The food contains vitamins, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, minerals and some energy giving products. Is it right? Then you are seeing another word nutrition. Is it right? Nutrition. Nutrients are, I am repeating again, the food contains carbohydrate, proteins, vitamins, fats, minerals. These are called nutrients. Then what is nutrition? The process by which all living organisms take food and utilize to get energy is called nutrition. The process by which all living organisms take food and utilize it to get energy is called nutrition. Nutrition is a process. Is it right? The food that we eat that contains more nutrients and that we should utilize by the body. That food should go to our body, entire body, right? So that must be utilized by our body. That process is called nutrition. Is it right? Nutrition. The process by which all living organisms take food and utilize to get energy is called nutrition. If we eat food, we will definitely get energy because all the nutrients will went up to every part of the body and we will get energy. Then only plants and only animals, not only human beings, they not require energy. You are thinking, what you are thinking means only human beings requires energy. No, both plants and animals that requires energy to perform their various activities. Yes, even though animals also require what to say that energy to perform various life activities. Now we are concentrating only in plants, nutrition only in plants. Okay, now there are two modes of nutrition. Name the types of which are the types of nutrition means there are two modes of nutrition. One is autotrophic mode of nutrition and another one is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. These all are new words for you. Listen carefully. One is autotrophic mode of nutrition and another one is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Firstly, we need to discuss about autotrophic mode of nutrition. What is autotrophic nutrition? Auto means self. Trophic means food levels, or tropes means food and nourishment. Is it right? So in this kind of mode of nutrition, organisms make food for themselves from simple substances. That means the organisms which prepare their food on its own. It won't depend on other organisms or other creatures. It depends only on themselves. In this kind of mode of nutrition, organisms make food for themselves from simple substances, and this process we call it as autotrophic mode of nutrition, and the organisms which perform autotrophic nutrition are called as autotrophs. Example, green plants comes under these autotrophs. Okay, what is autotrophic mode of nutrition? Yes, it is in this kind of mode of nutrition, organisms make food for themselves from simple substances. This process is called autotrophic mode of nutrition. Example for that is green plants. Okay, then we move on to heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Heterotrophic mode of nutrition means it won't prepare their food on its own. Okay, ಅದು ಫುಡ್ನ ಅದೇ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಅದರ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್, ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೆನಿ ಅದರ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಡು ನಾಟ್ ಮೇಕ್ ದ ಫುಡ್ themselves and get food directly from plants and other animals. Not directly, indirectly also they will get. Okay, that means heterotrophic mode of nutrition means in this kind of mode of nutrition, animals and many other organisms do not make the food for themselves and get food directly from plants and other organisms. They depend on other organisms for their food. Such organisms we call it as heterotrophs, and such mode of nutrition we call it as heterotrophic mode of nutrition. The organisms that undergo heterotrophic mode of nutrition we call it as heterotrophs. Now we came across autotrophs and heterotrophs. Then how green plants synthesize their own food? I have written here how green plants synthesize their own food. As we are giving food for green plants, they are growing, right? How they are synthesizing their own food? Yes, that process is very important for you all. That process is called as photosynthesis. What does it mean? Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. Photo means what? Photo means light. Photo means what? Photo means light. Then by the process of photosynthesis, the green plants prepare their own food. Then what is mean by photosynthesis? Yes, photosynthesis, it is the process green plants prepare their own food by using carbon dioxide, water, and in the presence of sunlight is called, what to say? The process is called photosynthesis. Green plants prepare their own food by using carbon dioxide, water in the presence of sunlight. This process is called photosynthesis. Then photosynthesis means I have mentioned some sunlight here, right? That will comes under the photo. Photo means here in the process of photosynthesis, green plants using mainly sunlight. Okay, green plants using mainly sunlight. Carbon dioxide means CO2. Carbon dioxide means CO2. That is one atom of carbon and two atoms of oxygen. It combine to form a carbon dioxide. Okay. Here photosynthesis happens because green plants want to prepare their own food. Then what are the raw materials required for the preparation or for the process of photosynthesis? The raw materials required for the photosynthesis are water, minerals and carbon dioxide. Name the raw materials that is used for photosynthesis. Yes, water, minerals, carbon dioxide are the raw materials required for the process of photosynthesis. Okay, are you getting? Yes, here we all are seeing the green plants, right? You are seeing here also. Here also some green plants and all are given in your textbook. You are seeing which color do you see? Plants of which color? Yes, it is in green color. Why the leaves of plants are green in color? Because of the presence of pigment called chlorophyll. Name the pigment. It is chlorophyll. Yes, because of the presence of the green pigment called chlorophyll, the leaves must be in green in color. Okay, are you getting? Okay, here the main product, in the process of photosynthesis, the main materials used by the plants are sunlight and water. Okay, now how do photosynthesis obtain these raw materials? I have told you that the raw materials for photosynthesis are water, minerals and carbon dioxide. Then how green plants are going to utilize that carbon dioxide, minerals and water? Yes, and how do they transport them from the food factories of the plants? We all already know that green plants prepare their own food by using these raw materials, water, minerals, carbon dioxide, sunlight and etc. Then how they are utilizing it and how it is transported for the food factories of these plants. Yes, here observe this carefully. Water and dissolved minerals are absorbed directly from the soil. Okay, the minerals that are present in the soil are absorbed through roots. Okay, the minerals that are present in the soil are absorbed through roots and sent to the leaves by the means of many small vessels present in the stem. The stem contains many small vessels. It will transport the minerals through the roots to the stem. Okay, these vessels run throughout the root, the stem, the branches of the tree. It will go upward transportation. Okay, like root from the stem, stem from the branches, branches from the leaves. Okay, it will transport whole part of the plant. They form continuous path or passage for water and minerals to reach the leaves. They will form a continuous passage. The minerals that present in the soil will transport upward to the roots and then it will go for stems and then it will go for the branches of the plants and it will go for the leaves. It forms a continuous path or passage for water and minerals to reach the leaves. Likewise, we have left with another one mineral, that is carbon dioxide. Like carbon dioxide, where we are getting carbon dioxide? Yes, we are getting carbon dioxide from air. We are getting carbon dioxide from air. Carbon dioxide from air is taken through the tiny small pores present on both surfaces of the leaf. If you observe the leaf, okay, if you observe the leaf, you can come across the tiny small pores. Tiny small pores, upward and downward part of the leaf contains tiny part of the pores. That pores we will call it as stomata. What we call that pores? It will call it as stomata. Through this stomata, the carbon dioxide will go through the plant. A plant through that pores, that carbon dioxide will go in. Okay, these pores are called stomata and these pores are surrounded by the guard cells and these pores are surrounded by the guard cells. You can see in your page number 3 in your textbook the structure of stomata and guard cells. They are given, section of leaf is given. In this you can see the guard cells, stomata opening, stoma. In picture B, section of leaf, you can see the guard cells clearly, stoma and green color pigment called chlorophyll. Okay, are you clear? Okay, now next we will move on to that. What to say? The first food product is obtained by the photosynthesis is called starch. The food is already prepared in plants by using the minerals called carbon dioxide, water and all. Then what is that food? That food is called starch. That starch is nothing but the carbohydrate. The first prepared food by the process of photosynthesis, that is called starch, and starch is nothing but carbohydrate. That starch obtained is carbohydrate. Okay, now so that the process of photosynthesis can be represented by an equation. The process of photosynthesis can be represented by an equation. What does that equation? That equation we already know that. What does the required materials for photosynthesis means? Mainly carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is represented by CO2. It is represented by CO2 and carbon dioxide and water. Water, we know the formula, molecular formula of water, that is H2O. That will gives rise to what to say? By the utilization of chlorophyll and sunlight. By the utilization of chlorophyll and sunlight, it will give the products like carbon dioxide. It will give the products like carbon dioxide carbohydrate. It will give the product of carbohydrate. I already told the food prepared is starch and starch is nothing but the carbohydrate with the liberation of oxygen. Okay. The equation of photosynthesis is represented by carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight. It will give the product of carbohydrate and oxygen. Okay, it will give the product of carbohydrate and oxygen. This carbohydrate is nothing but the starch. That carbohydrate is nothing but the starch. Now the next question is, what is the significance of photosynthesis? Why we need this photosynthesis? Why green plants need this photosynthesis? It helps in the conversion of solar energy into the organic matter. Here sunlight is the main